Good Sunday afternoon, every Sunday. Today's Friday. I'm fast forwarding through the weekend. Good Friday afternoon, everybody. We are going to see kind of a mixed weekend, or at least a split weekend, let's say. Saturday, we're still going to see fairly good chances of rain, but by Sunday, I think the rain's mostly going to dry up and it's going to get hot again. So here's a look at what is going to happen over the next couple of days. Two things that we're watching here. First, we have the tropical wave down to the now southwest of us. It's actually near Houston. This is the wave that moved across Florida. It's been moving from east to west across the northern Gulf for this past week or so. Gave us good rain the past 2 days, and we're going to see one more day like that tomorrow. And then the high pressure off to the east is going to move in and take over as that replaces the wave. And the high pressure, of course, usually means drier conditions. So the rain that we had earlier today has mostly dried up. That's what usually happens at this time of the year. These storms get their energy from the heating of the day, so when the sun goes down, a lot of the storms do dissipate. But I think they will be back tomorrow, again during the heating of the day. So we'll have to wait until about, let's say, lunchtime for the showers to get going. And then the best coverage of the rain is going to be late afternoon through early evening at about 60%. So tonight it's going to be quiet, just partly cloudy. It's 79 degrees right now, and temperatures will be dropping to about 74 here in the metro in the morning. Could be as low as 72 to the east of us, as high as 76 over around the Natchez area. And then we're going to warm up about 20 degrees during the day. Most of that warm up is going to be in the morning hours from sunrise to about, let's say, early afternoon. So it is going to be hot and humid. I mean, temperatures are going to be average, but in late July, average temperatures are still pretty warm. And then we are going to continue to see the oppressively high humidity. So we'll have to add about 10 degrees for the heat index, which is going to put it in the low 100s at least. Now, there is going to be that good chance of rain. So even though it's going to be that hot, we do have hopes that we're going to cool down at some point in the afternoon because of the showers. It's going to be warm enough that a heat advisory will be in effect from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on your Saturday, mostly in North and in West Mississippi, but that does include Hinds and Madison counties. I don't think the heat index is going to be quite as bad as it was a couple of days ago. I'm thinking mostly right around 105, but there's a potential for it to get all the way up to about 110 degrees, and I think that's going to be a little bit more likely in the Delta. So here's the next couple of days. Notice the tropical wave moves into Texas, dissipates. Some of that moisture is drawn back over the state of Mississippi, so we have the good chance of rain Saturday afternoon. And then we get to Sunday, and there's that high pressure moving directly east towards New Orleans. On the west side of that, where we're going to see a south breeze, there is still going to be high humidity and a spotty shower late in the afternoon, but the coverage, I think, is going to go down to about 20%. So the National Hurricane Center highlighting this area in southeastern Texas near Houston, but now, of course, that it's over land, has got a 0% chance of development. Here's a look at your rain Saturday. Notice the storms, once they develop, they're going to move from south to north because we are going to see a southerly breeze out there. And then later Saturday evening, the storms continue to head up to the north, and then they dissipate. You would expect storms to redevelop in the heating of the day Sunday, and they will, but the coverage, notice, is going to be way down. It's mostly going to be south of I-20, and we're talking about just a stray brief shower at best. So 20% chance, and then those storms are going to die away Sunday evening. Sunday through about Tuesday, we're going to keep our chances of rain at a minimum. Those are going to be our hottest days, and then scattered storms will return by about the middle of next week. So for tonight, quiet weather, partly cloudy. We're going to be in the mid-70s in the morning. Tomorrow, limited sun in the morning, then scattered storms in the afternoon, 60% coverage. Before the rain gets started, though, we're going to make it up to about 93. So look at Sunday through Tuesday. Temperatures get back into the mid to upper 90s. The humidity is going to stay high. That's why I think those heat warnings and advisories are going to come back pretty much statewide in that 3-day time span. But we get to the end of next week, and scattered showers return, and it's going to shave a couple of degrees off the afternoon highs. But the question is it going to be enough to keep those heat advisories away? Probably not. If we're staying up around 95, 96, add 10 degrees for the heat index, that puts you up over 105. So I'm thinking probably heat advisories do continue even with those chances of rain at the end of next week, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, that's going to be your forecast for this Friday evening. Meteorologist Austin Powell is going to be here this weekend with your next updates. Until then, have a good weekend.